first trail up, and this video is called Willy's Way. Willy's Way is a super short, super technical type trail. Now this one's really fun, however I've heard a lot of stories of people flipping over backwards right here, and it can be one that can get you into trouble really quick. I continue working it, trying to get that driver's side tire up over that ledge so that I can swing it around and try and get that passenger side tire up on the ledge too. However, this is the point that it starts to feel a little sketchy.
$1,200 for this we busted knuckle parts.
Which one? You're good now. You just want to be on the side down.
Send me all the good stuff.
I'm going to have you go faster before we're in a little bit.
There you go.
I finally get that front passenger side tire up over the ledge. However, at this point I have to be very careful not to turn that rear axle the wrong way.
What?
Yep, there it is. There it is. Yep, you're good. Hell yeah, Rob. You're in there.
Once I get that front axle up and over and the rear starts climbing, I can breathe a sigh of relief.
Got the rear steer tricks.
After that one, there's still another wedge type obstacle that you can climb up and out as well. I had heard that some people run this trail the other way and drop down it, which I think would be even sketchier.
Alright, we just finished up Willy's Way. That was a super fun technical trail. Now we're going to a trail called Megasaurus. So a lot of dinosaur themed stuff out here in Rangeley, Colorado. So excited to check this one out. I'm guessing so. We're following Tony. Tony always likes to take the hard lines through stuff, so.
By the time I can walk up there, Tony's already up and through this obstacle, so we're able to watch Jonathan here give it a shot. I notice here that it doesn't really seem possible to climb this obstacle by just staying in the middle of it. So what it's going to require is staying high up on that driver's side and then turning back into the passenger side. Now it's my turn to line up to this one, and I'd remembered that I gotta keep the rear more driver's side. As I steer rear passenger into that wall, I start to get it to bite. And what I gotta do now is balance it out and make sure that I don't fall in on either side. be careful and make sure that I don't fall into this one, and just take my time and get through it. This trail basically goes up a big slick rock mountain and has multiple lines all over it, so different people can continue working different lines all across this mountain.
What you girls doing in here?
While the girls get a little bit of rest in the other rock crawler, we find another cool line that we want to try and work. Jonathan tries a little trick here where he's using his rear winch to help pull that rear axle up through that undercut, hopefully getting that axle out of that hard undercut. This spot's pretty tricky. Me and Jonathan were the only ones that went up over on this line, and basically it's got this big undercut ledge that requires perfect tire placement.
Take the whole front and rear driver. Yeah. And the front too.
Huh?
Go front driver.
Front driver?
Yeah, so your belly's not stuck. Yeah, all the way driver until you get up.
Right above that spot he just went through, we were eyeballing another line right above it. However, this one's really sketchy because you're way up there and it's really off camber, tippy. Right as it looks like it's about to go, that front end gets really light as he tries to back out.
Close.
This spot ended up getting really sketchy, so we decided just to move along and save it for another day. Now it's my turn to work it through that lower undercut section.
Rear, yeah, get the rear driver. Now straighten out the rear.
Sometimes in situations like this where you're steering really hard on that rear and you have all that weight next to that undercut, it can be really hard to turn that tire. So I have to back off it a little bit to get the tire to turn again, because that is a lot of pressure on those rams. You can see from this angle, my belly is just barely stuck on that passenger side. I need to work everything to the driver a little bit more.
A driver in the front. Yeah, more driver in the front. Driver in the front, all the way. Passenger in the rear. Right there. That's good. Climb that. Okay, driver in the rear. Right there.
This obstacle is a real fine line on the exact line that you need to take to find that traction. The next trail up is called Cha Ching, and this is a super fun trail with a lot of optional lines along the way. The first obstacle along the way is one that flexes you out really hard. You have to have really good tire placement, because what it's going to do is it's going to pick up that backside passenger tire way up in the air. This obstacle is really pushing everybody to that tipping point. However, Hod seems to have a pretty good feel on what's the best line for his rig to take. Now it's my turn, and I remember that you have to stay hard passenger even though it feels a little weird, and it's gonna fully flex you out, keep that tire hanging in the air. I didn't end up using rear steer on this one. I just let that tire hang up in the air and stayed pretty well straight until I got to this point.
So there is a spot off the trail, Cha Ching, that has another optional line. It has like 3 optional lines through it. So my wife said, super cool, there's a little bridge we got to go check out. So that's where we're going. We're going to go check this out.
Tony had mentioned there's a bridge up there that we should go drive over, and I didn't really understand what he was talking about. A bridge? I said, how could there be a bridge out here? But somebody in the past had made this little steel bridge that they put across this crack so you could drive across it. The thing is, I didn't realize at the time, this bridge isn't even anchored in. Another thing I didn't realize is how deep that crack is down below it. It's like a giant cave down there. See there, it moved a little bit. I didn't realize how sketchy this thing is. If you got too close to the side, it could literally kick out from under you.
That was pretty wild. That bridge is wild.
You can look at it from here and it's
Yeah, that bridge is pretty cool. There's a pretty deep hole under there. I want to get
So now it's my turn to start making my way up there. Tony had asked me, he said, don't you want to go down there and look at it? And I said, no, I'm fine. Just drive over it. I didn't really realize just how deep it was.
Here's Bob going through the little bridge here. Super cool little hole down here. Yeah, don't look down, Kate. Nope, you're good. Rear driver. Okay.
This is such an interesting little feature out in the middle of nowhere. I've never seen anything like this where somebody made themselves a little bridge and brought it out to the rocks. Pretty cool stuff.
All the way down.
That's sketchy.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty neat.
Maddie, what do you think about Rangeley?
I like it except for the coyotes.
We had some coyotes howling at the camper last night, but I think this place is awesome. I'm having a total blast out here. This place is super cool, so I'm loving it.
Not what you used to.